Get some reaction now from Capitol Hill. South Dakota Republican Senator Mike Rounds is with us. So, Mike, it appears that the Senate is poised to pass this thing. Do you think you can get together with people in the House who are not too happy about some of the changes the Senate has made?
Look, I think this is the right thing to do, and I think our House colleagues are going to make up their own mind, but I think we're going to get together, and I think we're going to deliver the bill to the president on time. This is really important to the American people, though, because if we don't get this done, there is an automatic tax increase coming at the end of the year, and none of us want that. I think that'll weigh heavily both on members of the Senate and members of the House. Along with that, with these changes that we're doing in the actual expenditures, we're reducing the expenditures at the federal level. But even more importantly, we're providing economic opportunity that will drive the economy for the next 10 years. This is a very important bill. I know that there's parts in it that some of us will say, I'd rather not have it in, or I'd rather have something different. But the big picture is America is better off with this bill in law than if we did not do it.
Well, Democrats say that you're forcing people off Medicaid, that's one of the consequences of this bill as it is written. Take that on.
Yeah, look, let's just walk through that a little bit. It's not our intent to hurt people. What we are doing is saying, if you're an able-bodied adult and you don't have kids at home under the age of 14, we want you to go to work. And if you go to work, you can keep your Medicaid benefits. If you have to take care of somebody that's dependent on you, a spouse or someone like that, then we're not asking you to go to work then. But that's not really what most taxpayers think Medicaid should be for. I mean, Medicaid should be for those individuals that are working and simply don't make enough money. But there is a group out there that has decided that they'd rather not work, but they still get the benefit of taxpayers paying for their health care. That will change. The other part on this is that there are individuals that are illegally in our country who some states are allowing on the Medicaid rolls. We intend to take those individuals off of the Medicaid rolls. We don't think that the taxpayers should be paying that. And then finally, a bigger part of this whole issue is that some of the states have been taking advantage of a loophole in which literally the amount of money coming into their state for Medicaid, the states are taxing. They're literally taxing the federal government, and then they're taking that money that they collect the tax on, they're splitting it with the hospitals, and they're keeping part of it for other state operations, and they're using part of it to enhance what their hospitals are getting. That's not fair. And so we're going to address it over a period of time. One of the biggest challenges that some people have said is you can't just dump that on the states. We agree. So the discussion that's going on in the Senate is how much of a lead-in time do you have to be fair to the states and to those lawmakers, but still to the federal taxpayers. Look, we're $37 trillion in debt. We can't have those kind of games being played. We're going to address that in this bill.
You mentioned the debt level, and one of the criticisms of the Senate bill is that it actually adds to the deficit even more than the House bill did. Are you concerned about that?
Totally disagree. I totally disagree. Look, first of all, what we've done is continued existing tax policy forward. We did add some additional enhancement to bring more economic development back in from outside of the United States. But right now, this tax bill, the one that we've got right now, will reduce, just with our savings, $1.6 trillion in expenditures over the next 10 years. But in addition to that, the economic value, the amount of actual economic activity that's going to go on with the president's agenda, should raise literally, real close to about $4 trillion in additional revenue over the next 10 years. So, look, we're not going to be adding to the deficit. I think what Democrats are suggesting, and the reason why they're talking about this, is that they're saying that if you tax to the American people more, which is exactly what would happen if we don't pass this bill, that the average American family would pay about $2,500 more per family. Now, if you want to look at it that way, then yeah, if you want to do what Democrats want to do, you'll increase the taxes on American families by $2,500 per year directly back in. But that hurts the economy. It doesn't let us grow the economy. And that means that folks with kids and so forth wouldn't get the enhanced child rebate or reduction that we've already got built into the bill right now. and the extra $200 per child that this bill would continue to extend forward. So the Democrats' approach is we're going to tax you more. Republican approach is we're going to keep the existing tax structure in place so you don't have a tax increase. I think I'd rather take it that way, grow the economy and build the economy, and in doing so have additional revenue coming in from a growing economy.
Senator Mike Rounds, Republican of South Dakota. Senator, it's good of you to spend some time with us today.
Thank you, sir.